Where's that token? For a second, I just want to put that underneath him.
That's actually really good. That little token there.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So that's traditionally how they do it in Blood Bowl with their fingers. But you can use the model, Matthew, because we've got a marker.
6, 7.
But their movement is 5.
Their movement is...
Yes, but they have going for it, so they can roll a dice to see if they can move further. You can go for it. That means you move your full movement, and then 2 extra space, up to 2 extra spaces. Yeah. Each time you go for it, you make an agility roll at +1, or... Yeah. I'll check the rules, but each time you go for... If you fail to go for it, you actually fall down and you have to make an auto roll.
I'm going to... Before I do that, guys, I'm not actually going to do anything with this thrower for a second. Mm-hmm. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. It was him. This one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's no point. What I'm going to do here, guys. Sorry to keep moving the camera. That's with the way of the
goddamn table.
He's gonna hit him, which is gonna be a standard, just normal dice roll.
So 6 on 10. Now Matthew can't re-roll this. Whatever happens, we've got to accept it.
No, I can. You can use as many re-rolls in a turn as you like.
No, it's once per turn.
It says it in the... You can't re-roll your re-roll, but your re-rolls you can use.
Once per turn, Matthew, I'm sure of it. I'm so sure of it that I'm ready, steady, play sure of it, which means like I'm totally sure of it, but possibly wrong. Well, I was wrong, which is pretty standard for a steady play. I mean, don't ignore that. I'm right all the time.
No.
So this is a block on...
This is basically even.
And Andy Brazier. No!
Come on. Oh, it's pushback.
It's push.
Kind of what I don't mind, actually, here, guys. And I'm not following up. And I'm going to... I have to push him there, though. I have to follow up. I actually have to follow up. Damn it. Right. Now, what I actually want to do, because certain players will cancel out certain other people here... Yes, sorry, I forgot to do that.
No, we're working together, Matthew. Working
here.
together to keep our brains together.
4, 5, blitz.
Okay.
Alright, there's a reason why I've done this, guys. Because he cancels him, it's our strengths.
Mm-hmm.
And that means I get 2 dice because your strength is 2, and mine is 3. Because you're a catcher. But,
right.
Oh, there's the other dice, didn't see it. Because the board is green. Yeah, but...
If you push me back, do I drop the ball?
No.
Only if you knock me down?
Yes. Which is not so easy here, actually, guys, because the player I've got to go for the blitz him is actually a thrower. I actually really do need to get a player down token here.
He needs defender down. That's the... Well, or both down, but then he'll suffer a turnover.
Yeah. And I've still got 1 or 2 players I want to do certain things with at this minute, so... Yeah. I'll push you back.
So we've got push back and attacker down.
So I'll push you to there.
Yep.
And I'm not going to follow... No, I am.
So then Matthew follows up.
And then I have to turn him around.
Okay.
Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to move this orc there. My big black orc.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to keep him there.
Ooh. So, what Matthew's doing here is moving all his orcs towards the ball, which seems like a pretty good play. I should be a commentator for Blood Bowl.
Actually, there's an ogre and a blind vampire. Oh, the actual.
A blind vampire?
Yes, a blind vampire.
How does he?
Look, I don't. It's a joke.
Okay.
Anyway,
so he's done?
He's done. He's done as well because he moved up, and he's going to hit him for the last roll of the game.
So it's 1-on-1, but you're a blitzer.
Yep.
And you're hitting my girlfriend Leanne. I did that to upset him. So we got pushed back.
Pushed back. So I'll push you there.
Yep.
And I'm not following up.
Fair. Okay, cool. So that is all your... Well, you've got that man, if you want to move him.
No, I said I'm leaving him there.
Okay,
so that is the end of my turn. So you want to move your turn token?
Yep. Turn token moves up. All of your orcs now face the correct direction. And I have some thinking to do.
He was next to him, so.
Yep. I have to think about what I want to do here.
I can see a problem with doing this. With the orcs anyway. Humans, it was actually a perfect idea with. The orcs are a bit big.
The orcs are quite spiky. They've got a lot of protruding limbs and stuff. But I still think it's the best way because we used to use little tokens and then you have to pick them up after each thing and it was really annoying. And it is very helpful to mark who's gone and who hasn't.
Yes, it is.
Otherwise, it's just a total headache. In fact, I wonder if they even suggest you do it in the rules. So I'm just looking over here at this interaction because...
And I'm actually, sorry to interrupt you, Mike, I actually got a card I have to play at the beginning of your turn. And it's called Iron Man. And what I have to do, guys, I actually have to pick one of my players. And for that player, for an injury roll against them, it will always be treated as a stunt. And that player I'm going to pick is my number 6. I had to look for a second.
Is this the rest of the game?
No, just for the rest of this turn.
This turn?
Yeah.
Not even
Pick
this
one
half?
player for the remainder of the game. Any rolls on the injury table against that player is treated as stunned. Hey, number 6. I need to...
Okay. So, number 6 here. And the reason Matthew's done that, I think, is because he's right there on the board edge. And me, here, I'm Blitzer number 1. I could just turn around and bash him off the board. And then he wouldn't actually get an armor roll at all. What would happen is he'd just roll straight on the injury table.
Yes.
Of course, with this card, he's the Iron Man, which means that he would just be stunned. So he'd still go off the board. He'd go into the middle box on the dugout, and he would be able to roll to see if he comes back into the game later, right? Or would he go in here?
He would go straight into
the reserves box.
Reserve box, yeah.
Right, which means he could come back in at the next... whenever there's a kickoff.
Yeah.
Which means after a touchdown is scored or at halftime. Okay, so that's interesting. I still think I want to get you off the board.
That makes sense. It just means...
Although, you know, he's not actually really threatening anyone yet. And he's not super... I mean, you've now affected my play, because I was just going to knock him off the board. But now I'm thinking maybe that's not the best move for me here. Now I'm thinking maybe what I want to do is use this man. Well, what I was thinking about, which would be cool, would be to... well, what I was going to do is use one of these men to block that guy, see if I can knock him down. Then I was going to pass the ball off here and blitz that guy and make a run for it. But, I mean, I could still do that.
It's a lot of dice rolls with minuses.
But big plays, Matthew! Big plays! Blood Bowl is not the sport for big plays. Do you remember what I said about minimizing risk? This is probably not a good idea.
But it would look good on camera, though.
It would look cool on camera. But then again, all of these orcs could just turn around and chase me. What's the movement of your lineman? 5.
5. So
the movement of my blitzer 7. And I could attempt to go for it. Now, I have got 5 rerolls for the half. We're on turn 2 of 8. You're down to 3 rerolls.
Yep.
So I've got 2 more than you, but that doesn't really mean anything. So let's what shall we do here? Well, we've got 2 blocks. Now, this man has no current bonuses to his blocking, and he's at -1 strength. So that's not great. If I block, can I hand off? Or is hand off an action?
Hand off is like a pass.
Hand off's like a pass. Yeah. So I couldn't block and pass with that man. That's annoying. So really, this man needs to block that guy. So I can't knock that man down. But I have this guy supporting that man.
Yep.
So that would be 2 dice on
But then I've got these on there.
But do they affect my strength?
Yeah, they do.
Really?
So literally, what would happen here, guys, is if he hit me here, this player would support him, but these 2 would be supporting him, so he'd still be actually at a minus.
Oh, that's interesting. What about if I went... move this man 1 to there. This is Tom Nelstrop. Tom would then be done.
Yep, and then that would actually make it an even so far.
Leanne could go 1, 2 to there.
And then you would have the bonus.
And then I would have the bonus.
Yeah, then you would have the bonus.
All right, so now let's have a look here. That lineman is screwed, so screw him. Let's go over here to support these people. Because the other thing that I don't want to happen is for your orcs to all just turn around and blast down the board at me. So if I go 1, 2 over here with number 4, Danny Burgell.
It's not number 4.
It is. Oh, it's number 9. That's Danny over here,
yeah.
Thrower.
We had this conversation at the beginning of the game.
That's Leanne. That's Leanne over there. And then I think this thrower, they've got strength 3, but their armor slightly... No, they're basically linemen with some better abilities. So that's pretty cool. So he can go 1, 2, 3 to here. Maybe not ideal because of this mess, but then this... And so he turns around, but then this man goes 1, 2, 3...
Remember, that's a Black Orc.
To here and turns around. Yeah, but so that Black Orc's going to kill this man. It's okay. Maybe that man will attack the Black Orc. I don't get a bonus, though, because you're not in their tackle zone, right?
No.
That's fine. Okay, so let's...
if we make any mistakes, guys, please let us know in the comments. All comments are appreciative, as long as they're corrections of rules and...
Well, you know, you can also just tell us that we suck at Blood Bowl.
Yeah.
But, we'll probably just ignore you because we're having a good time by ourselves.
It's turning into a good game, I believe.
Okay, so let's see. I've moved half my team somehow.
This is the quickest turn we've had.
Yeah, this is the quickest, yeah. That's because I'm drinking coffee now. So, number 10, Andy Brazier is going to block this thrower here.
Yep, and so you get the +1 dice.
Yep, so I've got 2 block dice here.
Double skull, double skull, double skull, double skull, double skull, double skull.
I've got my team reroll.
I know, but I'm still going for double skull.
Oh my god!
Okay, you know what song's going to happen every time he rolls this dice now?
So I'm going to use a team reroll because that's double skulls.